Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is Travis Juntu with the Agent Collab. Hey, today we're looking into how to form an LLC, and this is specifically geared towards really any single owner business. But this is geared towards you real estate agents out there. I recently set up my LLC, and I'll be filing as an S-Corp. And I guess that being said, make sure that you talk to your financial advisor, your CPA, whatever it is. Your legal attorney, whatever it is. This is just kind of a quick DIY option for forming your LLC. There's still some other legalities that you got to go beyond that. And if you are uncomfortable with anything that you see in this video, just go ahead and hire a professional. But I just kind of want to walk you through the basic setup, as I did just recently, just setting up the LLC. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to dive into the computer, kind of give you a look on how to do this, and I'll even drop a link below, for one of the websites that I use to go in there to just set it up, right? So let's without further ado, let's walk right into that. Here's a little housekeeping. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And make sure you hit that little notification bell. Make sure you get notified anytime we put out new content. This helps these types of videos get out to the masses, and really helps support me. But anyways, let's get right into it. So here we are. I typed in Michigan LLC online, so you can see that, right? And I come down here. Let's see. There's obviously you got all your ads, form your LLC, LegalZoom, Zen Business. You can certainly do one of those routes. But what I did is I came in here, this is the Lara Corporate Divisions. So here's where you can select your online form. Domestic Limited Liability Company is what I went ahead and did. So you can go ahead and click on this Articles of Organization. There's different things on here, and I'm not certainly not going to touch on this stuff. That's not for me, and it's probably not for you. So here we load this up, and like I said, I already did this. So let's just going to say ABC Realty. And we're going to put LLC. You want to put the LLC in there. Maybe you want a comma, whatever it is. So that's where you put that. So Article 2, this is I left this blank, right? Unless the Articles of Organization otherwise provide, all limited liabilities companies form pursuant to. Like I said, I don't know what all that means. I just know that's something I just left blank. Again, this is with some conversations with my tax professional as well. The Article 3 to duration, and let's say if you wanted just a limited duration, if you wanted it for 3 months or a couple years, that's where you could put your limited duration in there. Article 4, then this is where you would put, and just so you're aware, PO boxes are not acceptable. So here I'll put my name. I can't even type today. You type 123 Maine. We'll put I guess Novi. You could put your, shoot, I don't remember what that is off the top of my head. We'll put Brighton. We'll put 48116. And this is here, if you had a registered office mailing address. This is if you had a, somebody that was doing this for you. This is where they would input their information. They would be your registered agent or registered officer. Or whatever you call it, right? So that's something you don't have to worry about. This, I wouldn't worry about this here either. This is if you wanted to make it effective later, you could make this article here, and you could put the effective date there as well. Any additional provisions, it's just something I left blank here as well. Here's where it's signed. This 18th day of January. That's the date we're at right now. This is where you could probably see it. It pulled up. You could add it. It'll add that address, and this is where you could type in your name, the organizer, and then you would hit accept. Any special instructions with that, you can put that in here. And here's where you would put your business name again. ABC. I don't remember what I had up there. ABC Realty, LLC, or this is your contact name. Sorry. Put that down here. Put your contact name, your mailing address, your apartment, your cities, county. This is kind of just becoming redundant. So that's the information that you would fill out. If it's rejected, you will be contacted. So that's something be aware of that. So delivery method of statutory notice. This where I just put email. I mean, basically you'll fill this out, and then they'll send you a notice, and then they'll send you your articles of organization. And with your articles of organization, that's where you go ahead and you can send it off to your CPA or what have you. They can get all that kind of stuff figured out because they need all that documentation and all that paperwork and your EIN number, stuff like that. So that's where I just put my email in here. So I put that. Standard review would be just fine. I mean, unless you had to rush this. I mean, if you're trying to get it before the end of the year or whatever it might be. I just did standard review, and this is where they would review it. Now, I mean, after you hit the review button, that's where they would go in, and that's where you input your credit card information. You can put your amount that you're going to pay. So that's how that works. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, like I said, you could certainly do it through LegalZoom or have a registered agent do it, but that's setting up the LLC part. So that's basically just setting up your Michigan LLC. That's step one of going through to file an LLC to tax yourself as an S-Corp. Now, other steps, if you were to do that, if you wanted to do an LLC and set up an S-Corp, that's when you have to go and once you have your articles of organization back, you'll set up your EIN number. And from having your EIN number, now you'll have to do, if you're doing S-Corp, right, you have to set up your payroll and all that kind of fancy stuff. And that's when I really, got my CPA involved. We're real estate agents, right? We're not in here to do all this kind of fancy stuff. I don't advise you to do that either. But setting up your LLC is a relatively easy thing. But like I said, if this is something that you're uncomfortable with or are curious if it's right, or like I said, I'm not providing any legal advice. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer.
Disclaimer? I didn't read this disclaimer.
Certainly do this at your own will. But hopefully this is a little helper to kind of guide you along the way and just show you that it's not that difficult. Certainly consult your professional advisor. If it comes to that, like I said, I am a real estate agent. I am not a tax or a financial attorney or anything like that. So again, I appreciate you hanging out. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell. Make sure you get notified anytime we put out new content. And if you'd like to have a conversation, like I said, I'm over at Epique Realty. If you have a question about what that looks like, I got my information down below. Reach out. We can have a conversation there as well. So I appreciate your time. Until the next video, we'll see ya.